violation of someone's civil rights through force or coercion, sexual battery, sexual assault, negligent retention, intentional infliction of emotion.
This is just the year of the lawsuit. You see his bodyguard back there? He like, y'all don't even know this boy is Sweetwater. Yeah, he rich, but he's Sweetwater.
Emotional distress and retaliation. Let's get into this lawsuit. The complaint starts off by saying, quote, "This case arises from a sustained pattern of workplace sexual harassment, assault, and retaliation perpetrated by Tyler Perry."
So nowadays, at a workplace, wherever you at, you can't say, hey, you look nice today. Oh, that's harassment. Today in the workplace, man, you can't say nothing. Are you crazy? You can't mention to a woman that she has on a nice outfit. That will get you written up. It's nuts out here. What is going on? You get written up if you tell somebody they look nice. Tyler Perry. It's crazy out here. It's amazing. This is the year of the allegation. The year of the allegation.
A powerful media mogul against plaintiff Derek Dixon, a professional actor and screenwriter. Mr. Perry is an American actor, filmmaker, and playwright who has built one of the most successful careers in the film and television industry. Mr. Perry took his success and power and used his considerable influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive, sexually exploitive dynamic with Mr. Dixon, initially promising him career advancement and creative opportunities such as producing his pilot and
we didn't say nothing while all these other boys was doing all of this and all of that. Well, you know, they got the dude locked up now. He was supposed to had his way with all the women. You got the Nygaard boy. He wanted to have his way with the women. You know, you got all of these deviants. And they done, came down. They talking about Fat Joe done acted up on the peoples. So either you're Sweetwater or you like young broads. You want to taste that honey, the forbidden fruit. So now they got Tyler Perry and the white boy. He say his bullshit worth $260. I just want to know, how did he come up with $260? Like, his lawyer, $260? I mean, Cassie was only worth $30 million. And she got 20. Now, how this boy, he got Shannon Sharp. He tried to get abroad $10 million. She say she want 50. Where do they come up with the prices, the evaluation of the box? They need to come over here to Uncle Elam, and I will give them an evaluation of the box. I can't do nothing with that other boy.
Casting him in his show only to subject him to escalating sexual harassment, assault, and battery, and professional retaliation when Mr. Dixon did not reciprocate Mr. Perry's unwanted advances. These events occurred while Mr. Dixon was employed as a series regular on the Tyler Perry show, The Oval, and while Mr. Perry held direct control over his employment, compensation, and creative opportunities. This lawsuit even compares Perry to some other infamous celebrities who have been called out for their behavior in the past. Quote, just like Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Sean.
So now they come in with Weinstein. Old Weinstein was using his, his power, his influence. But old Weinstein, you know what I'm saying? The broads thought he was repulsive. Now, Bill Cosby, back in them times, they was partying. They was at the Playboy Mansion. They was doing a little bennies, a little red. not Molly. They used to call it a Spanish fly. Spanish fly. That's what they did back in the days, man. It was part of the culture. Now, R. Kelly, they trying to off him. They trying to snuff him. R. Kelly, the mother gave their children up to R. Kelly. Now, I know some of you new people, y'all, you youngsters, Gen Z, Gen X, whatever goddamn Gen is. Back in the days, it was hard times. So some grandmas used to get their children to certain kind of men of the night. They would be like, go make my baby a star. She ain't gonna do nothing around here but get pregnant and be another little nothing country girl. Take her to Hollywood and make her a movie star. Yeah. They want you to go be big time. Get around these circles. This is what they wanted. Times have changed. Times evolved. Then we got Kevin Spacey. He's another bossy boy. So either they like the bossy, or either they Sweetwater, or they messing with them young girls. So now this is the year of the allegation.
On P. Diddy Combs, Kevin Spacey, Roger Ailes, and many others in the industry, Mr. Perry's success has led him to believe that money and influence can get him whatever he wants. That belief slowly transformed into the false idea that Mr. Perry can get whomever he wants. According to the lawsuit, Dixon was working as part of an event staff at a party that Perry was hosting in Atlanta when Perry noticed him and offered him the chance to audition for a part in one of his.
Oh, y'all be looking like, I don't even see it. He just plain. The same way when Shannon Sharp had the little snow bunny girl, I don't even see it. She's just a plain white girl. She ain't all that. All that. Well, if a person is all that, are you supposed to let them use and abuse you? They ain't even all that. She ain't even all that. So if she all that, they supposed to use and abuse. So I know you seeing the typical all-American white boy. It's the total opposite of Tyler Perry. You fools. This is why I give you clear news. People like the opposite. You think they don't? You should go in your woman's file of what her algorithm of what she watches on certain websites. It will be totally opposite of you. Opposites attract. Opposites attract. Interesting.
Hit TV shows. Before we get back to this bombshell lawsuit involving Tyler Perry, I want to bring you a law and crime legal alert. Dixon kept Perry, quote, happy. According to the complaint, Perry had made it clear to Dixon that he would kill characters in order to get an actor to be loyal or obedient. During the pandemic, Dixon...
So he using his power and influence in his movies. Yeah, if you in my sitcom and you ain't acting right, then I can get you snuffed off. Not in real life, even in the movies. Yeah, you got to do something strange for some change. You got to do certain things to get in these certain roles and get in these certain doors. People told you that. Cat Williams told you that, but y'all said, oh, no, man, he just talking. Yeah, he'll get your character snuffed off if you ain't acting right. Oh, you talking crazy? You backbiting? Oh, you don't want to do what I asked you to do. Oh, snuff him.
It says Perry convinced him to stay in one of the houses that was part of Tyler Perry's studios. Quote, in or around April of 2020, and while Dixon was living in the studio homes on set, Perry often coerced Dixon to drink alcohol and then get on the phone with Perry. Perry would frequently have someone drop off alcohol.
Now, how can you talk about somebody coercing you, a grown-ass man? You like drinking alcohol. You staying in the man's house. What else you think? Only thing you got to give up is your bullshit, boy. Stop playing. I didn't know. That's how ladies be. We were just making out. We were making out. And I told him to stop. Ladies, stop making out. You don't want a man with a hard Johnson. A man with a hard Johnson is ignorant upstairs. His mind is ignorant because he got a hard Johnson. Everybody can't control that. So stop making out. We were just making out. And I said, knock it off. No, don't go to people's house. Don't live in people's house if you ain't trying to give up the Bodose or the Bosse boy. Let's continue.
Call at Dixon's door, Perry would eventually turn these phone calls into sexually explicit rants. Perry would get frustrated with Dixon and tell Dixon that he was not giving Perry, quote, what he needs. Dixon's refusal to succumb to Perry's sexual advances caused Perry to be ever more frustrated. Eventually, Perry warned.
Wait. He said his advances too. So what? What'd you say, boy?
Frustrated with Dixon and tell Dixon that he was not giving Perry, quote, what he needs. Dixon's refusal to succumb to Perry's sexual.
See, I be listening to this stuff, man. These people be trying to use big words and try to act like they're better than you and have mastery of the English language. But the dude name is Derek what? Pause. And then he didn't suck.
Frustrated with Dixon and tell Dixon that he was not giving Perry, quote, what he needs. Dixon's refusal to succumb to Perry's sexual advances caused Perry to be ever more frustrated. Eventually, Perry warned Dixon that if Dixon told his castmates about the harassment, Dixon would be opening himself up to lots of, quote, questions and foolishness, and demanded that Dixon not discuss any of their conversations with his castmates. Dixon's lawsuit also listed out some of the sexual commentary by Perry that Dixon claimed he experienced while filming the Oval in 2020. This is what he says that Perry told him. Dixon said that Perry told him, quote, that he liked being choked. That was after Dixon's character was choked by a cast member in a scene on the Oval. Perry also allegedly said, why do you twist your hips when you walk? How can I get a day of Dixon? When will you be thick again? I love
a day of what? Tyler Perry, these are innuendos. Tyler Perry. Madea. Did y'all think he was straight? Come on, man. Hey, man. The regular box costs $20 million, $10 million, $50 million. But Bosse costs you $260. Going once, $270. $300 million for the Bosse.
How I feel right now, but I don't like being horny. I feel sorry for the first person who flirts with me, and I've been trying to put that energy somewhere else, but everything is sexual on this stuff. The lawsuit also contained numerous text messages from Perry to Dixon, some of which seem to have been sent when Perry was intoxicated, and if Dixon didn't respond to.
So when he get full of that whiskey wine, he want this white boy Bosse.
According to the complaint, Perry would hound him. Dixon also claims the harassment turned physical. Quote, on multiple occasions, Mr. Perry sexually assaulted Mr. Dixon, including one instance where he forcibly pulled off Mr. Dixon's clothing, groped his buttocks, and attempted to force himself on Dixon. Mr. Dixon told a drunken Perry no and attempted to remove Mr. Perry's hands, but Mr. Perry held tightly onto Dixon's wrists. Mr. Dixon was only able to escape after de-escalating the situation by.
You know, Tyler Perry, strong whiskey tank. You violent, aggressive, drunken whiskey tank. He say the Bosse costs $260, soccer doctor.
Abruptly changing the subject. The day after the assault, Mr. Perry called and texted Mr. Dixon relentlessly saying, tried you, call me, and I really need to talk to you. Please call me as soon as you can. And finally, when Mr. Dixon answered Tyler Perry's call, Mr. Perry profusely apologized for the sexual assault while blaming it on other things. Perry continued, quote, he didn't know why he would do that. Maybe he was self-sabotaging. On the very same call where he apologized for the sexual assault against Dixon, Perry told Dixon, quote, and don't worry, we're going to do your show, referring to the pilot that Perry knew Mr. Dixon had desperately wanted to produce. Shortly
Yes, so you use your power and influence for what you want. Back in the days, this used to be okay. You had a guy that owned a business. Yeah, his secretary was his side bro. Why y'all be acting like y'all don't understand the game? Yeah, man, they want 300 milli for the boss. The boss it costs. Hey man, when I was a kid, man, I never thought I'd be doing YouTube and talking about these soccer dockers, man. Because when Tyler Perry came out, he played to the heartstrings of women. He played to the heartstrings of the Christian Baptist church community. And now all these dudes that's supposed to be in the community, what would you say, Prince Free? Fruit Loops. Who thought Tyler Perry was straight lace and grace with no chase? That's why a lot of men don't like going to the church, ladies. That's why I had to question you guys when y'all say y'all want to be married. Your woman hasn't taken on your doctrine. I'm spiritual. I'm looking for a partner. No, you're supposed to be looking for a husband. I'm looking for a wife. See, we start changing the words. So that's how I feel about it. They don't want the Old Testament. They don't want fire and brimstone. They want to twist it and you carve it. See, twist it. Whiskey tank, sweet water. They don't want to go by the rules that adhere to the Bible. When you get married in the Bible, you adhere to religion. You adhere to getting married under God. And you're taking an oath. An oath. Oath. But if a woman says she want to be your partner, that's not a wife. If she say she want to do the New Testament, she doesn't want to do the Old Testament. When it says your woman should be your helpmeet. When it says if a woman basically is on your nerves, it's better for you to sleep on the roof than in the house with a nagging woman. They don't want to hear that. But if you get a woman and she adhering to that, and she saying, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I agree. I agree. A woman should adhere to a man's program. See, but you want her to look like that. But what if she look like Skylar? See, you're not gonna do it. You don't want to do it. If she look like Skylar, Uncle Wisdom, I can't do it. She has to be a slim thing. I feel you, nephew. But life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you might get. Yeah, the fluffy snacks, the chunkum bunkums. She might want to act right for you, nephew. You don't want that. I want this. Well, this right here wants your pockets. It's vag for the bag, soccer docker. So Tyler Perry is doing the reverse coon. He getting cooned reverse with the boss. Man, what is going on in the world out here, y'all? For a man just to be a regular man, man, it's hard, man. That's why I give y'all Player News. Player News, man. We can be a man, and I can give y'all a little enlightenment with a player's perspective. And let's continue. Go ahead, Mr. Dixon.
Thereafter, Mr. Dixon got a call from Perry's lawyer saying that Christmas had come early and that Dixon was getting a substantial raise and the show was greenlit. Perry's attorney explicitly warned Dixon not to tell any other.
So he was taking the money. He said, okay, since I messed up, I got drunk, I made my advancements, he could sue me for a bunch of money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay him off and tell him I'm green lighting this show. And he might end up getting $1 million or $2 or $3. He say, no, $260, soccer docker, pay up.
actor on the show about Dixon's raise because no other actors were getting a raise, only Dixon. Later in the lawsuit, Dixon's lawyers write, in or around April 2022, before beginning to shoot the next season of The Oval, Perry called Dixon to discuss the June 2021 sexual assault. On the phone call, Perry lectured Dixon about how Dixon was overreacting to the sexual assault because of prior sexual assaults in Dixon's life. Perry said that there was a misunderstanding and miscommunication and that Dixon needed to say no stronger. In other words, Perry blamed Dixon for the sexual assault, claiming that Perry felt that Dixon's no was really a yes because Dixon did not say no strongly enough. Dixon says he finally, quote, woke up to the fact that Perry was allegedly stringing him along about working with him on his own show to keep him around to be sexually harassed. In 2024, Dixon reported Perry's alleged conduct.
See the way he hold his mouth? Y'all know these Sweetwater boys, and ladies, y'all definitely know. See the way he hold his mouth? See, what's that other boy? Prince P, y'all see you up in here. What else I got in here? Palm Springs. What's going on with your player? What's that other player? He married the little broad that play in the movies, and he be holding his lips funny. And I ain't just out here looking at men's lips, but man, I be in question on some of y'all. The way y'all hold y'all mouth is kind of prissy, kind of batchy. What's that dude name? Y'all know he a big old buff dude. And you got to be careful. These buff dudes out here, they be Sweetwater, Whiskey Tank. You know, he big old Jonathan Majors. That's who he is. You ever notice how he take his pictures? Jonathan Major. His pictures be Sweetwater, Whiskey Tank. We always knew, man, that men don't play Medea. You're wearing a dress. He came in the door, Sweetwater. Now you done got caught up, bussy boy.
To the EEOC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. According to the lawsuit, after reporting the sexual harassment, defendants, which is Perry and his studio, did not make any investigation into the complaint and did not take any steps to prevent further harassment from occurring. Because defendants took no action to prevent further assault or harassment, Dixon had to quit his job working on the last season of The Oval. Dixon did so even though he was under contract to finish filming and stood to make close to $400,000. Dixon did not want to be sexually harassed or be placed in danger of a sexual assault again. Defendant then retaliated.
I think he's going to get about 10, 20 million. Make this go away. No, I don't want him to go to jail. That's what he said. I just want my bread. He going to get about 10, 20 million, 400,000. Yeah, but he kind of controlled me. You know, let me get a good 10, 20 million and I slide on out. Stage left, even.
Retaliated against Dixon. Defendant told Dixon if he quits and told the other actors why he quit, he would be in breach of his contract. Defendants told Dixon that the only way out was to portray his departure from the show as a medical leave due to the...
Well, this boy had no choice. Tyler Perry, you backed the men into a corner. Tyler Perry. You was grabbing on the man, you backed him into a corner.
Emotional distress caused by the sexual harassment. Instead, defendant made the leave of absence unpaid and therefore terminated plaintiff's employment, causing Dixon additional loss of income and insult. But Tyler Perry is fighting back. In a statement, an attorney for Perry reportedly said the allegations are a, quote, scam. The attorney went on to say...
Do y'all think I'm playing? Look how he hold his lips. Watch Jonathan Majors, man. These boys be on some, I don't know what's going on with the players nowadays, but this ain't the game.
The allegations are a, quote, scam. The attorney went on to say, we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. The attorney, who according to TMZ is identified as Matthew Boyd, said in full, this is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken.
Again, look how he hold his lips. As I'm, you sweet, you look at his lip. Just look at this. Every picture, man, he got his lips, man. Look at this boy, man. He got his lips held real bitchy. The dude look more like a heterosexual male than he do. Tyler on everything. Look at his face. Every time he take a picture, look at his lips. Look at bitch nigga, man. Get your ass out of here. Watch it.
But I can't imagine this case being worth 9 figures. Sexual harassment is wrong. No one should be subject.
Exactly. He can't get 300 million. And lawyers, man, lawyers are some of the best actors in the world. They gotta hold a straight face when they know it's some bull crap. Man, some of these lawyers, y'all need to hire them. These boys stand up there. Yes, Your Honor, how are you doing today? My client has experienced all kind of sexual harassment and torture and different things. And yeah, we want 500 million for the bossy. And you got to keep a stone face. Boy, lawyers are cold. Lawyers and prostitutes know the real world. They know the underbelly of you soccer dockers.
To it. And sometimes you get these nuclear verdicts or runaway juries, but I can't imagine a case like this going for that amount, even though, like I said, I don't condone any of this behavior.
No, and Derek Dixon, he has some text messages that that very much show. I mean, if Tyler Perry was someone who was supposed to be professionally his boss, that was going to open up career opportunities, it's not something that a boss would be allowed to say to an employee if that was their relationship. When it comes to this case, what's the bar that Derek Dixon?
He said you got to say it like Rick Ross. Boss. Like a boss. Oh, boss. Oh.
Dixon would have to prove in court to get money from Tyler Perry?
So there's a few different claims, and they're all very serious. I'm not trying to downplay any of this. There's a sexual assault, right? Grabbing his buttocks, pulling his underwear down. That's pretty serious stuff. And then you have sexual harassment. What I say is really the worst kind of sexual harassment, which is the quid pro.
Wait a minute, Tyler Perry, you aggressive Sweetwater boy. It's just like some of these dykes around here. They be trying to act like they men. I'll be like, man, y'all been studying men. All the little dykes be trying to study me. The little short studs be trying to... They be trying to have their dreadlocks looking like Uncle Ism. I be like, you little short, sawed-off stud. What's wrong with you? They be telling all the broads everything they want to hear, whispering sweet nothings, and you women go for it. Ridiculous.
Well, that means, hey, if you perform sexually, I will help your career. And if you don't, I'm going to retaliate. And
what did he say? If you perform sexually, I will elevate your career. If you perform sexually, I will elevate you. Ain't that the same thing that a wife do? If you perform sexually, I will elevate you. And you suckers go for it. Soccer dockers.
Argument here is that Dixon was going to be written off the show if he didn't comply with these sexual demands. So, when you go to law school or you study employment law, that is the textbook quid pro quo sexual harassment. This for that. You give me something, you get a benefit. And if you don't, you're going to be punished.
Yeah, and Tyler Perry, I mean, he is an institution.
Look how he holding them lips. Look how his face is. Like a broad. Just like a bitch. Oh, honey. Child. Look how it. Bitch niggas.
In Hollywood, he's not the type of person, if you were an actor, that you would want. You wouldn't want to be on his bad list. Their relationship started around 2019. The most serious incident, according to what we know thus far, is that incident where he was said he was only having, Derek Dixon said he was staying at Tyler Perry's guest house in Atlanta. He was only wearing.
See, but this is where the problem is, Derek. Why was you staying at Tyler Perry's mansion, though, bro? See, this is where you got a little bit of problem at. If I was the judge and jury, see, Wait a second. Why are you staying at your boss guest house? Well, you remember Kato, Caitlin? They always got some kind of dude staying in the guest house, the mother-in-law suite. There's always some bullshitness going on. We got Smokey Robinson. He over here, he banging out the maids that's staying in the back. Is this the year of the lawsuit or what? All the black men, they're trying to tear them down. We got Smokey. We got Puffy. Anybody with a Y on the end of your name. We got Puffy. We got Smokey. Then we got Bussy Boy Tyler Perry. Anybody with a Y on the end of their name, you better run. This is the year of the lawsuit. Now they got Fat Joe. Lean with it. Lean back. They got Fat Joe caught up with the young broads, man. You know everybody liked them Latinas, man. And one of the young Latinas he had done married a baseball player, football player. Brothers with millions. They get these fine broads and they want what they want. They want a young broad. But now in certain cultures, y'all don't understand. In certain Latin cultures, they let the women, take on a husband at 15, 16. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. But this is part of their culture.